Here we go indeed, Bill. Here we go. Apologize, got started a little bit later. Streamlabs had an update, so it was an unforeseen roadblock. That is a good name. Very similar. I mean, I guess we could say it's pretty much spelled the right way, but I think we all know the real way to spell it, if you know what I mean. I'm going to also get rid of that so I don't get banned. That's actually not any better. Just go to the contents page. Lego Yoda, his birthday, huh? I'm a big Lego guy. Okay, so let's go to our storage. We were gonna double check. Let's see, so we have White Lion gear. 2 white fur and a great cat bone. Now the issue that we were facing, I believe, was that if we make White Lion gear, we pretty much have to turn around and go hunt the White Lion again to try to get a little closer to completing his gear set, as well as getting our hands on some Katars, because we did not get any lion claws. So I am totally down to make a couple pieces of white lion armor. We could make the headdress with the great cat bone and the white fur. We have 2 axes and a bow. So yeah, head and body would probably be most ideal. Which at the Catarium, that's going to be white fur and great cat bone, and then white fur and a hide, which we definitely have. So 1, 2, 3, and then we just need to subtract a hide from somewhere. Let's hold on to the perfect hide. We'll get rid of a questionable resource for that, and that will craft both pieces of that Catarium armor, which is the coat and the helm. And we will probably spin it and go after a white lion again, so that we can try to get a couple more pieces of gear we need. Timeline wise, I think we're good for that. Slender Blight, did we do that? Or did we forget to do Slender Blight? Yeah, I agree. I feel like we probably did Slender Blight. We haven't done it. Oh, we should have. I must have. It's not an event in here. Oh, it was the settlement event that we drew. Was Slender Blight. That's right, we did do it. That's right. Okay, so let me get those pieces of gear we just did. Yeah, and sorry about missing last week. Had to polish up some school. But now we're done with this, mister. Alright, so survivor-wise, looks like everybody's good to depart. So we definitely want to take Urza, who's been working fist and tooth. We want to take our Tinkers out. Zachary is working on axe. I thought we had multiple Tinkers, no? Maybe not. Oh yeah, Elena is a Tinker. Urza's our fist and tooth. Rusty is a Tinker. And Zachary is axe. Yep, those are our people. So departing survivors, we're going to get an additional survival and 3 insanity. You hate to just overly farm a monster encounter, but Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So, I got some extra armor. I think we should probably give it to the bone axe person. Well, maybe not, since we already have another bone axe person. Let's give it to the fist and tooth individual, maybe? Because since they've started getting fist and tooth proficiency, we want to make sure they stay alive. So let me edit Urza's. Because once we get Qatar people, they will take the White Lion stuff. But till then, we'll just throw that in here. The White Lion helm and White Lion coat. We can pounce since we got the coat, which +1 strength on fist and tooth. Oh, but I don't think. Oh yeah, fist and tooth is melee. I mean, I understand why it would be, but I wasn't sure if they would count that. So that could help get us our fist and tooth hit as well. Okay. Let's make sure that our people have the stone nose attributes going. They do, so we should be good there. Okay. So I will get this rolling, get the hunt event set up here on this. White Lion level 1. That hunt set up. I did pick up the new survivor that I believe is sim exclusive. He's got the harmonica that you can get from a level 3 White Lion, which is pretty cool. Similar to Longclaw. Alright, so we've got our 4 here. Elena is going to be working on bow. We need just some solid. We need everybody to wound basically, but especially Fist and Tooth, Elena, and Zachary. Getting Zachary to axe proficiency is going to be a really big milestone for this campaign. So we'll go ahead and depart. Those departing bonuses are applied. Our survival limit is 3. So we'll get quite a bit more on arrival because of stone noses, but for now we pretty much only have 1. So we'll have Elena started off. It's the same 4 from last time. Whoopsies. So Elena's going to move up and flip. Sea of Golden Grass. Fields of golden grass lay ahead. The event revealer may choose to avoid the plains and roll twice on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board. Otherwise, each survivor gains a courage, and the event revealer rolls on the table. Courage is nice to have. We're going to need it, and most of us have none. So let's go ahead and roll on this because if we can avoid the rolling twice on that table, we should do so. So we'll go ahead and roll and then give everybody the courage. 7 is not bad, but it's not great. So 4 through 7, the survivors circle the tall grass lost. Roll on the hunt event table before moving on the hunt board. So we pretty much made it so we only have to roll once instead of twice. So we'll go ahead and give everybody the courage here. They earned it. Free courage is nice. Not as nice as it is in the dragon campaign, but it is nice. Okay. And now we have to roll on the hunt event table. 77. I know we've had that one before. Sinkhole. Yeah, that sounds good. Gaping sinkhole suddenly opens under the survivors. Each survivor rolls. Low scoring survivor becomes the straggler. Okay, we'll just roll these in top-down order to identify our straggler. Hello, Titan. I'm doing well, my friend. How are you? Hope your week and weekend and any Cinco de Mayo celebrations you may or may not participate in have been going well. Those are almost dead even. But I'm going to say that that's the top one. So Elena has become the straggler. So she's going to roll on this table and see what's up. You went and saw episode 1 in theaters? Was it glorious? I'm jealous. None of the theaters in my area did it. Come on, 10. It wanted to be. It was so close. 3 on sinkhole. The other survivors haul you up not before something is sucked below the surface. Archive 1 gear of your choice from the gear grid. Elena's, that's definitely going to be Stone Noses. She doesn't even have a cloth for some reason. She definitely should have had a cloth. So we'll just go ahead and say that she lost the cloth. So I'll go into our gear here, because we lost it before, but we would have put it back on her because this has full rawhide. So we have 3. We would have put it on her. That's what I get for taking 2 weeks off. So starting gear will drop down to 2 cloth. I did get the new guy, yeah. He seems like he's going to be pretty cool. We'll have to wait till we take down a level 3 to see him in full glory. But I was happy to pick him up. Urza will be next. What do you got for us, Urza? That's better. Actually, that's not great, because we did want the one that can get us lion claws. The survivors find a white lion cub. They may choose to slay the cub. If they do, each survivor gains a random basic, and we roll on the table below. Risky. High risk, high reward. Let's do it. We'll take our 4 basics. So I did notice that they dropped an update, and they still have not fixed the broken G to shuffle, which is wild. I figured they would have fixed that ASAP. So 1, 2, 3 shuffles will be good. 1, 2, 3. Oh boy. 4. Okay, and now we got a roll to pay for our sins of slaying the cub. 9. Let's go. And Lucky Charms as well, Bill. So 9 is 8 through 9, nothing happens. 4 through 7 wouldn't have been terrible. I don't ever mind starting the showdown a little quicker. So Rusty is our next one. Did we? No, we didn't gain a courage from that, just a resource, right? Yeah. We got a random here. Gamblers, Black Knight, New Butcher on the way. Ooh. Okay, we'll go ahead and roll our new event here. 24. Ooh, 23 is our favorite. Clean water. Alright, food from the mouths of others. The survivors pass a stone face that appears to be holding something in its mouth. The event revealer, which is Rusty, investigates, gains a courage, and rolls a d10. Alright, Rusty. I'm not sure I've gotten this one before. Something high. Don't you dare be that one. Oh, you suck. 1. You yell out in pain. Oh, we could have got a founding stone pretty easily. You yell out in pain and pull your hand back, revealing a bloody gash. Did the stone face just bite? Suffer monster level brain damage and monster level arm damage. That's not that big of a deal. Is it event? Yeah, so it will hit and take one insanity away. That's not bad. Could be worst. Alright, let's set up the showdown for level 1. Oh, an iron. And the dragon column, which I believe we can get an iron out of as well. Yeah, only on a 9 or 15. Do we have anything heavy? Or club? No way, right? We're not nearly that developed. No. That's okay. 2 iron could be real nice. We are not going to keep these tall grasses where they are, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think they need to be here, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, is this also 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. And then, one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 6. 6. We'll probably move that iron over closer too. This is 6 spaces from all other and 4 spaces from all other. So we could even do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put that here. And, I mean, our fighting will probably take us over this way at some point. Ground fighting, anything could potentially unlock that for us. Alright, so before we do much planning, let's just go ahead and let the lion do what he's going to do to us right off the bat. Evasion-wise, we want him going after Zachary. So if we can make that happen, we're going to make that. I'm actually going to switch them preemptively here. So let's get it started. We got Combo Claw. Closest threat facing in range. Perfect. That's going to be Zachary. If this attack deals damage more than once, draw an additional AI, and I can promise you it will not. So manage departing survivors. We need to apply our arrival bonuses because we have arrived. So he's going after Zachary. So he's going to roll up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it is 2, 4, 1. He has 3 evasion, naturally, which puts it at 2, 7, 1. And 2 evasion for being in the grass, which makes it 9. 2 speed with an accuracy of 9 plus. Still managed to squeak one. Let's see if we want to take it or dodge it. My guess is we'll probably want to take it since we can surge now. Or maybe we can dash. Maybe we still can't surge. Body for Zachary? Sure, we'll take one to the body. That's okay. And we can dodge, encourage, and surge. Yeah, we're probably going to save that survival for some surge action. Okay, that's the end of his turn. There are a couple of survivors we can afford to... So Urza's probably gonna pounce. Spend that to move 3 spaces in a straight line. If you move 3 spaces, activate a melee weapon with +1 strength. So we'll have to set it up a little bit better for Urza. She'll have to move and then dash and activate to get there, but that's fine. Elena is one that we can afford to not land a wound with, so she's going to go up and search this stone column first before anybody else does anything. We need a 9-10 here to get an iron. I definitely know that's not going to do it. Explosions suffer bash and monster level damage to 1 hit location. Nice roll, Elena. So knockdown, monster level damage, so 1 damage to her legs. Oh, it isn't archived, huh? You're right. Is it never archived on this? I wonder if that's an issue with the card. Oh, to smash it. Archive the terrain tile and roll a d10. So it's because it's listed up top. I was with you, Bill, because it usually says at the end of the text, archive this terrain. So, kind of an odd place for it. Alright, we need to get out of facing. Obviously, we don't want to deal with that. So, let's have Zachary go first. 1, 2, 3. With the bone axe. 2 speed, 6 plus. I did take 1 damage to the legs, yes. So 2 speed, 6 plus from the side. Not great, not terrible. Yeah, 9 and a 3. We like that. 1 hit location. Does have a wound. Odds are we're going to wound this. Just the way it works. So we have 4 strength, and the white lion has 8 toughness, so it's a 4 plus to wound. No luck, I don't think, so we're just looking for a natural 10. 8 will definitely do it. So we do inflict the wound. We'll get rid of this AI, give him his weapon proficiency point, and then 1 brain damage, which is A-okay. But he is going to turn to face and attack, which is also, I mean, okay. It's 2, 2, and 1, but he has 3 evasion, so anything under a 5 misses on this attack. Miss and hit. 1 damage to our rawhide fella. 1 damage to his waist. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate because he's still in facing. We don't love that. But honestly, he'll be okay. I'm not too concerned about it yet. So I'm just going to have Rusty, who has the bow, take a shot at him from there. No, Rusty... Oh, no, Elena has the bow. Rusty is our... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of an error on my part. Kind of. We're not necessarily in a big rush right now, but... we'll have him... Let's have Rusty blind spot attack, and then he can go up and search this next round. So we'll blind spot attack with the bone axe with Rusty, which will bring the accuracy down to a 5 plus. So 2 speed, 5 plus. Only 1. Failure has, it's actually a pretty severe failure, so we're going to want to avoid that if we can. This is actually, I think, what killed Lucy, this reaction, the first time round. But we're safe for now, because we're wounding on a 4 plus. So no failure. Let's get rid of that guy. And actually, he's going to get that weapon proficiency point, because he has 1, so he'll get it with axe when he gets home. That's pretty good. Urza probably should try every round. So what we're going to do is we're going to move with Urza. 1, 2. We are going to spend her... Ooh, her only survival. That sucks. It is what it is. I think it's important. Spend her only survival to dash and activate to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so she now... Because she pounced, so she now gets +1 strength with fist and tooth. So it's 2 speed. We need to see an 8 here or it's wasted. But I got a good feeling about it. Yeah, got 1. Okay. Very, very not ideal reflex. but it does take a little bit of pressure off because it's going to happen regardless without a crit. So strength-wise, we're looking at 1 strength plus 1 more strength for the pounce. So we need a 6+ here. And in reality, we really need a 9/10 to crit this to avoid the reflex and to get the lion tail. So 9/10, come on Urza. And it's 1 short of a wound. That is so lame. So much a bummer. So reflex. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 to here. Zachary's going to be run over, knocked down, and suffer 1 damage for grab. To the body. Maybe we should have dodged that one. Yeah, Monster Necklace definitely helps. Okay, and that's the end of our turn. That's the best we can do. Short of dashing and surging more, but I think we're good. Zach, roll for his survival back. Did he spend survival? He has not yet spent survival, but I would have forgotten about that, so that's good to remind me of. And we're back to old Mr. Lion. Oh, good. It's just Claw. Closest threat facing in range is nobody. Closest threat in field of view is probably Urza. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoever I want, actually. And to be honest, we're going to avoid targeting the Fist and Tooth person. That just sounds logical to me. So we'll roll up and attack Rusty. 2, 3, 1. Odds are we're looking at a hit here. Ooh, close. So only 1 hit. 1 hit to Rusty's body that we could potentially dodge. No armor there. Let's go ahead and dodge it. Seems like a good use of a dodge to me. Body's a commonly rolled result. And it's back to our survivors. So first and foremost, we're going to run Rusty up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him out of the reaction path and search this iron ore. This would be a great pull for iron. Because we need it for the replica flower sword. That's not going to do it. That's like, I might spend a lifetime reroll on this nonsense. All we needed was a 4+, for goodness sake. So nothing happens, right? Find nothing. Archive the terrain. Yeah, or we'll start bringing pickaxes out. We'll figure something out. We'll get the iron. Alright, Urza's got the ability to sweep over 1, 2, 3, 4 into the blind spot with Fist and Tooth. So we're looking for 7s or better. How about 2 of them? 2 chances to wound here with Fist and Tooth. Okay, this is great. So we will do... Oh, gosh. I didn't realize it was Fuzzy Groin. Or Beast's Flank. We'll do Beast's Flank first, because priority target token isn't really that big of a deal, but permanent priority target token sucks. So without the strength modifier, we need a 7+ here to actually wound, and a 9/10 to crit. 9/10 would be big here. 10. Oh. So it's a failure, so we do not gain priority target token. And we're on to the groin, where we will probably get our 9/10 here, in the most backhanded crit in Kingdom Death. Uh-huh. Crit. 9. Oh my gosh. It sucks so bad. So we get the weapon proficiency point if we can survive. Gain 1 lion testes resource. Sure. Another organ. Persistent injury, lost, ding dong. Your attack destroys the white lion healthy genitals. He gains a +1 damage token. And the attacker permanently gains the priority target token. The white lion will attack them until the attacker is dead or the white lion is dead. No exceptions. We have now lost the ability to crit farm. She can't outrun him because she has no survival, unfortunately. So she'll pretty much need to get into the tall grass and try to outlive him, and we will just hammer on him. So let's see if we can get our last point with Elena. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here into the tall grass. Take a shot with the Vespertine bow, which is 3, 6, and 2. 3 speed to get 6+. Negative. 0 for 3. We are going to surge. So we will be shooting again. We need this point. There we go. 6, 6, and 4. So 2 hits. 1, 2. We've got, this is a good one. We do have 3+ understanding, so we could gain a courage here. We only have 2, so we're wounding on a 6+ and critting on 9, 10. So 50-50 shot of a wound here. That'll do it. Okay, so that's a crit, so we do get our weapon proficiency point, as well as a survival back, because we do have 3+ courage. Oh no, we don't get that. Yeah, we don't get that, sorry. Because it cancels the wound. The force of the blow breaks the white lion's ribs, weakening it. The white lion gains -1 toughness token. That will help. I do wish it was a -1 damage token, but we can only wish for so much help, right? Okay, and we're now on to Beast's Maw with a, I do believe I did take off the wound just very recently. I didn't take off the wound? We should have like 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh gosh, I'm picking up the wrong ones. I'm pretty sure I did. But now we're on to Beast's Maw, which does have a failure. Let's hope to avoid that failure here with another crit. Oh, baby! The bow is on fire right now. Another natural, natty crit. Destroys the white lion's jaw. Persistent injury, no jaw. So we'll put that over here on persistent injury. We'll get rid of that wound right now, just in case I forgot last time. Roll a d10 on a result of 5+. Let's just go ahead and roll that. A 5+ here, please. Yes. The white lion's jaw flies off its face. The attacker gains a courage and a survival. We did end up getting that survival back in the end. Just wanted to come back to us. Very good. That was excellent. Now let's let Zachary get in there and show him a thing or two. Zachary's one of our big ones. And actually, let's let Morg's animation. We're going to attack with the bone axe. We're going to... Wow, look at that. It uses all the positioning. So it gives me a +1 on success because of the blind spot. Oh, I can't change my view from here. You can't see nothing. 8, 9. Solid. Oh, whoa. Carefully draw 2 hit locations. It did carefully... Oh, and it put him up there by his gear grid. That's nice. That's kind of fun. We like that. Okay, so we'll do Strange Hand first. So he does have -1 toughness, which means we're wounding on 3+ here. Only critting on natural 10s, but we've been rolling lots of natural 10s, so let's just keep that train going. Ooh, close, it was right there. An 8 is enough to avoid that failure and to get rid of another AI. Let's move on, oops, to Beast's Scapular Deltoid. 5 will do it. That's good. We wanted Urza to stay in the... Oh no, Blind Spot he'll still come after. That's okay. She'll pretty much need to survive one full attack from him, and then we can get her into the grass and hopefully kill him. Oh yeah, Zach will definitely be surging. Definitely. And this is good luck. Let's try this again. I wish they would add this with all survivors. So we'll just roll those right here. 8 and 7, 2 more. Bang, bang. And we'll roll to see if we get to keep it, like you said, Bill. 6+. No. So let's go after Soft Belly first, and then Beast's Elbow thereafter. Looking for that 3+. 10 would be great, because it's savage. So a crit would be awesome with these. It's so close. We got to get this guy a luck. Gotta do it. It is a wound. Let's go ahead and take that off. We're on to Beast's Elbow. 10. Another 9. Had the real potential to be 2 crits there. But it's not a failure. So can we really complain about not failing? Very nice. I love to see that. So let's shuffle these up. Oh. If we can manage to draw Claw next, and not the one that makes him attack multiple times, I think we'll be in business to survive. But otherwise, Urza might get attacked twice this round if it's combo Claw to start. So let's go ahead and let him try. Claw. Luck is with us. So he's going to turn to attack Urza, who is permanent priority target because she chopped off his lion testes. So +1 damage, 2 speed, accuracy of 3+ because we have an evasion, and then 2 damage each. Glad we gave her the lion gear. This could come in handy here. 2 hits, no survival, so we cannot dodge. They could not make it to the grass, unfortunately. Now we got 2 damage each here. Let's spread it out to head and body. Ouch. 2 to the head. And we are on the severe injury chart. Incredibly non-ideal here. Truly upsetting. Head is the toughest one to outroll, but we are going to give it our best here. Just give me a 10 right off the bat. Just send me home with a concussion. I mean, 4 is decapitation. You're dead. Lifetime reroll being spent to try to keep Urza alive. Urza, you gotta fight. You gotta want it. If you want to live, you gotta want it. 7. 5 is not decapitated. Intracranial hemorrhage. You can no longer use or gain any survival. So basically dead. I think you can fix that with tree panning. I think. You can also get it from tree panning, which is really funny. if you think about it. Alright. Intracranial hemorrhage. She was out of survival anyways, so joke's on you, lion. Alright. Playtime is over. So I think it's pretty essential. Does anybody still have 3 survival? No. We're going to have Rusty spend a survival to encourage Urza, and Urza's just going to definitely go get in the grass. Just in case something goes crazy wrong this round, we want her to have the best chance to survive. Urza's going to move in the grass, and then Urza's going to Cat Eye Circlet as her activation. How about that? 1, 2, 3. That's 3 good looking cards. We're going to put this failure back on the bottom. And, I mean, I guess we're going to attack with Zachary. We're going to get out of that area of trouble. I think Zachary will probably kill him here. And we're going to keep doing this attack. V2 beta. Man, you can dash and stuff too. Wait, you can actually... Does it show you his movement path? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, everybody's got their weapon proficiency. So we'll do attack with the bone axe. You know we're in the blind spot. Oh, there we go. There, it kind of lets me move a little bit. 9 and 6. I mean, it's unbeatable. Really rolls the goods when you use that. That's kind of thematic and fun. What do you guys think about that? We're going to go after Beast's femur first. We are looking for 3+ here to issue the wound. 3+. There it is. Finally. We've been waiting for that. So, well, we've been waiting for it with the axe. You bruise the white lion's femur, crippling its graceful movement. The white lion gains -1 movement, and we get a white lion resource. And 2 wounds. That's big. I don't know if there's more than 1 here. Just 1. And this one. And let's get that random resource. So let's shuffle these up 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Give me that. Oh, we already got it though. We needed lion claws and white fur. Do I have a chance to get another one here? No, just a random basic if I get another 10. Alright, let's finish this attack. 3+, and that white lion is dead. A 9. Crazy what that axe really is. Dead. Dead lion. Slammed him. Alright, now we get to reap our rewards. 4 basics and 4 more white lions. So we'll start with our basics. 1, 2, 3, nice, 4, nice. Alright, we need 2 lion claws. And there's only 3 in this whole deck. We do get an insanity. Nobody really wants it. We'll give it to Urza since they're pretty much, you know, tapping out. Alright, come on lion claws. 1. Oh, baby. That's a great way to start. 2. 3. No, don't do this. Give us the last one. 4. Ah, we didn't even get any white fur. Hand gives us another? Holy crap. Didn't even get any white fur. Good haul, right? But we'll be able to make 1 Qatar. At which point we can start working on Qatar mastery, you know? We can hold out to get another Qatar till we need. but we can start working on the mastery, which is good. So we'll complete the showdown. Elena and Rusty are both getting age, which is great. And we'll get lots of endeavors. 2, 4, 6. And everybody gets a weapon proficiency point. So we got, let's make sure those transferred. So Elena got a bow point. Urza's to Fist and Tooth 2. Rusty, wounded with the axe. And we have a axe specialist, which is great. Axe specialization is one of the most useful early game specializations, in my opinion. Let's go to age. So we'll start with Elena, is the first one on this table. Let's see what she's working with here. Something other than a fighting art. That's definitely a random fighting art. 7 through 15, so 13. She gets a random fighting art. Extra sense, you may dodge 1 additional time per round. It's actually a really good one. And Rusty is our other one. $16, hey! What do we got here? 16, a permanent accuracy? Sure. Wish it would have gone to the bowman. But that's okay. We don't say no to permanent attributes around here. Especially accuracy. Alright. Timeline-wise now, we gotta deal with her random settlement event. How many shuffles do we want? I can see there's a couple of you guys watching that aren't necessarily in chat, which is fine, but let's get some input on how many times we need to shuffle these settlement events. We've been doing good so far, so we want to keep it going well. We got 3 and 4 so far. Mike says 4, Bill says 4 is good, and Titan says 4. All right, let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're all banned from the chat. I don't know what this is. It is funny that it's the other Slenderman one. Survivors find themselves overcome with a bittersweet mix of affection and loss that haunts them in different moments and places around the settlement. For each innovation the settlement has listed below, roll a d10 on its corresponding table. I think we only have language. Yeah, this probably came at a pretty good time. I mean, it looks like there can be benefit, but that mostly it's rough. So let's just roll 1 for language here, and then this thing is over with. And we need a 7+. Or we have to reduce an armor point by 1. 8. 7+. Each player rolls a d10. Reroll in ties. The player with the highest roll result nominates a survivor, which I am the only player, technically. So I just get to nominate a survivor. That survivor feels a cold fear creeping behind them each time it grows near. A sharp hiss dissipates the danger. They gain the Phantom Friend fighting art, which let's take a look at that before we decide who gets it. I'll put it on Urza just in case it sucks, and if it sucks, she can keep it. Let me see. Phantom Friend. The first time you gain a resource during a showdown, you may feed it to your Phantom Friend. If you do, archive the resource and gain an evasion. They can keep it. Yeah, I don't mind continuing to use Urza for Fist and Tooth. I mean, survival's nice, but we might be able to squeak by without it. Especially if we're going to possibly work towards bloodletting at some point. Let me see. So it's not... Oh, that's breathing a vein. Which one gives you tree panning? tree panning isn't a location, right? It's something you can do in a... Is it nightmare training? No, tree panning's not one. Oh, it's from Lope location. Let me just take a peek at that. Let me see how hard it is to make that work. Nope, that's Harvest Ritual from the Lope. It's something else. Let me check real quick. Tree panning, KDM. Tree panning. Looks like a lot of these discussions are about it in Gamblers. Oh well, that's okay. We don't need to worry about it too much. Yeah, I guess we could look through innovations real quick. Or do you think is it from the not wet resin, but what's the other one? Barber Surgeon? Yeah, there it is, Barber Surgeon. You're right, Bill. So it's tree panning here. 1 to 2 is suffer intracranial hemorrhage. 7 through 9 is cure intracranial hemorrhage. That's not bad. 7, 8, 9. Got a 30% chance to hit it. We've rolled worse odds than that. And disorders, yeah. Okay, so we're home. We've updated our timeline. Let's put that we got that stupid phantom. Could be worst. Alright, we got some good endeavors to spend. 6 of them. It's pretty good, pretty good. The evasion, let me see. I think it was a token. Yeah, 1 evasion token. So thumbs down on that one. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of 1 of each resource. I think we have a couple of perfect bones in storage, and I'm not necessarily attached to that. We're not going to use the great cat bone, so we'll just do organ hide, great cat bone. Yeah, Skullhelm's probably coming out with us. And that takes us over to a new innovation. Come on, Symposium. Hovel is good. It does kind of bloat the deck. Departing survivors gain a survival is really nice for early on. Really nice. Survival limit going up is also nice. Lantern Oven's kind of a tough choice because you get it through Hands of Heat event. If you already have it, you still get to roll on a table, but I think earning it is nice because you can get Red Fist for somebody. And it's next year. So we'll do Hovel. I agree. Hovel, Hovel, Hovel. Okay. Yeah. You mean line claw wise? Oh, Surge and Dash. We don't have Dash. We need paint for that. Which actually, Hovel gives the departing survival and survival limit. So actually, just to technically reference the fact that I used Pounce in a way that would have been illegal because we didn't have Dash. Luckily, that didn't land a wound, so it doesn't really change anything. It actually probably would have just made it so I would have saved that survival and probably could have dodged the severe head injury. Yeah, it was a movement and an action to move 3, but I had to move 1 space away so that I could jump 3 instead of 2. So, pays to remember stuff in KDM, I guess. So that gets rid of one of our endeavors. I think we probably hoard this love juice until we get face painting. So for now, let's throw that in here and forget about it. We will be probably making a skull helm. We will definitely be making a guitar, which is a lion claw and a hide. So bing bong. Let's add that to the gear. We love that. Could start working on some guitar proficiencies. And deadly. Let's go ahead and do a skull helm. Throw that in the bonesmith. And we have a ton of organs, so let's look at making. That'll be off of the organ grinder. So the barber surgeon is 3 organ and a hide. So let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's 2 organ, or sorry, 3 organ, and there's the 1 hide, which will give us tree panning and give us a chance to cure intracranial hemorrhage, and then we could get right back on track with our fist and tooth person. Let's add that to settlement locations. And I would not at all mind getting a scavenger kit. Do we have a scrap? We do. But where is it? Oh, it's a broken lantern. So we could get the scavenger kit, which allows us to get 1 additional resource every time we fight a monster. That's pretty nice, too. We probably won't be taking Urza out against the Butcher. Just no point, especially if we can get her fixed, no point in risking her there. Probably won't take our Axe Specialist out either. I know it's kind of a tough call. You want to send your best out to beat the Butcher, but on that same note, you don't want to lose the good things you got. Butcher is doable. You're not wrong. So if we send them, we do have the insanity actually, you're right. If we send Urza to the tree panning, she could suffer the intracranial, which she's already got. It can only be recorded once. We could cure the phantom. Well, she doesn't have any disorders, so we don't really have any disorders to cure. So really only good things can happen. Well, I guess gaining a random disorder isn't great. I don't have a lot to spend our endeavors on. We did spend another one to build the barber surgeon. So I'd be fine spending these 4 to try to get the fist and tooth one back in fighting shape. So we'll just see how we go. So we'll start with 1. Looking for the 7 through 9. If we could get it in 1 here, that would be huge. 7. Oh, crap. Okay. Well, expanded consciousness Gain a random disorder and 1 random fighting art. Ambidextrous. All melee weapons in your gear grid gain paired. Ambidextrous cannot be used if there are any shields, two-handed, or heavy gear in your gear grid. Which I wish that would work for Fist and Tooth. Because I do have 2 fists and multiple teeth. Okay, disorders. We got apathetic. Yeah, that's definitely going to need to be cured. She's got double negative on the survival now. Urza's just getting worse. Okay, so now we need basically a freaking 3 through 9. Okay, that's the harder one to get. So that cures intracranial hemorrhage. But unfortunately, now we can get it again, which is kind of frustrating. So intracranial hemorrhage is cured. And now we have to get really lucky and cure apathetic. So we'll spend another one. 3 through 6 is what we gotta have here. And then we'll leave tree panning alone. 3 through 6. No! Cured it again. Okay. We'll try it one more time. I mean, is there anything else we're going to spend an endeavor on? I don't think I'm taking Urza out to fight the Butcher. I'll just say it for everybody. I think Fist and Tooth people should be reserved for monster fights. So if we want to try to save it, take her out if she's fixed. Okay, we could look into that. I'm still not sure if I'm very into that idea. 3 through 6. Yes. We did it. We fixed her. Took everything we had to do it. But we did it. Okay. We can move this guy off the board. Yeah, her forehead's got a lot of pinholes in it. Yeah, you better believe it, Mike. You better believe it. She's back in fighting shape. Let's go ahead and inventory these. Love to see Eye of Cat. Oh, bandages. Okay, we happen to have a hide left. We don't need to worry about making the scavenger kit right now. I mean, I guess we could. What does the butcher do if you lose? Does he crush all your storage? Because I wouldn't want that to happen. So, perfect organ and Eye of Cat. I think we do have some in storage as well, Bill. Perfect organ and Eye of Cat. Indeed, he does make you bleed. Am I blind? What's happening to me? White Lion. Eye of Cat. And a perfect organ. And a monster hide. So we'll be spending those resources. Don't even worry about it. But there they all are. So we have 2 total hide. We would have to spend a perfect hide. Because it's up here at the skinnery. I would feel pretty unprepared if we didn't have 2 sets of bandages. Yeah, I know we don't need it like right now, but we don't often get perfect hides. You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely 1. So we'll spend the monster hide for sure. I'm just wondering whether we spend the perfect hide on it or not. That's my only... Yeah, no way would I go in without at least 1. I would prefer 2, but I do hate to use a perfect hide on it. So what is the consequence for losing to the butcher? If he destroys, I don't remember, if he destroys our storage, I'll want to spend this stuff just in case. Yeah, all resources are lost. So let's spend our resources. I know we've never lost to him, but today went remarkably well, and Kingdom Death is a pendulum. When things are going up, it definitely comes back down. I would like to spend some organ on some monster grease, because we did have a couple extra pieces of organ. Monster necklace is also not a bad idea. We don't have heat, though, till next year. Next year we'll get lantern oven. We could do... Luck isn't so important with the butcher. Monster grease is always good. So we'll spend a monster organ and probably the testes. Oh, I must have already spent the testes on something. So we have Eye of Cat. The love juice is out. Now, wait a minute. I thought I flipped 3 organs. Did I forget to put one in? Yeah. What did we spend the perfect organ on? Because I did Eye of Cat. Oh, so I must have spent sinew earlier. I did store the perfect, but it didn't make it into here. So I guess we'll add it. Because I was pretty sure I stored it too. I thought I stored 3 organ at the same time. Which would have been the organ, monster organ, the Eye of Cat, and the perfect organ. So we'll get rid of those 2 to build another monster grease. And how many stone noses do we have now? 1, 2, we have all 3? 3. Oh gosh. Luck isn't quite as important as it will be soon. Not against the butcher. I'm also going to build the scavenger kit, even if we don't take it out, just because we have those resources now. So we're going to get rid of the perfect hide and the broken lantern to build the scavenger kit. Just in case. First aid is also good, yeah. First aid kit on arrival, all survivors gain 3 survival. You can remove a bleeding or a negative attribute token from yourself or an adjacent survivor. Musk bomb is kind of lame. There it is, scavenger kit. So, oh, it's heavy. When you defeat a monster, gain either a random basic resource or 1 random monster resource from that monster's deck. Which is also, I mean, won't do us a lot of good, obviously against the butcher, but in general, that will assist in our resource gathering. And it's actually the first time I've ever bought one. So, okay, that's good to know. So now we got to pick the starting lineup. Guess we'll take, it's so risky. Take Elena. I'm not sold on Urza. I'm going to have to think about that one. Take Rusty. They'll take Zachary. Because we could take Alistair too, because he's deaf, and I think that there's a lot of cards from the butcher that ignore you if you're deaf. So that could be an interesting dynamic too. Give these guys Fist and Tooth, Alistair. Okay. Let them maybe work on Fist and Tooth as well. I'll preemptively change his color to red. And we'll have a couple days to think about it, mull it over, see how we feel. The evasion will stay with Zachary. One of them will. We need somebody to start working with guitars. We don't need 2 axe proficiencies. So let's give axe to the Fist and Tooth person, so that after they wound with Fist and Tooth, they can still be viable with an axe. And then we'll give guitars to Rusty. We kind of wasted 1 proficiency point with him. That's fine. We'll take it back down to 0 and give him guitars. He's viable for that. I think he's a decent looking. He's a tinker. That's big. And already has a permanent luck. So that's critting on 8, 9, 10, which is really nice. But we don't really need to give them the guitars yet till we get the full thing. We're going to give the guitar person the skull helm too, and maybe the monster grease, and bandages to Zachary, being our kind of our MVP as far as survivors go. He's got the faded blow, all the goodies. Concussion's done now. So he would gain bandages. And then Rusty got the skull helm and Lion Beast guitar, as well as monster grease, which gets him an evasion. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. And we cleared out our storage fairly well. I mean, I do agree with Bill. I think we can get in there and take it to him. Ooh, sorry about that. We could build a red charm at some point. But we have -2 red affinities, so that would be pointless. We could look into getting green charms, which is cool. Because we all get +1 permanent green, and that makes you undeathable. And for anybody that doesn't know undeathable, if you would die, roll a d10. On a 6+, you inexplicitly survive. So it's almost like an additional lifetime reroll, which is kind of cool. But you have to have 5 green affinities, but this gives you 1. So you'd have 2 of the 5 already, technically. So, anyways, that was a real successful year. I'm real happy with that. One of our betters this campaign is off to a smooth start. We do have Butcher level 1 starting next year. Things get a little bit tricky. So when we finish the Butcher, Lantern Year 5, this story event will uh, make us. This is the scavenger kit. I just set it up there to the side just because we won't need it. Or wait. When you defeat a monster. Okay, and their nemesis. So, Hands of Heat is good. Sleeping Virus Flower isn't terrible. -1 population is kind of a bummer. The Hanged Man, things will really get started. Did we decide not to add? We did add Dragon King, so why is Phoenix? Oh, because the Phoenix Feather event is important. It gives you something. Because we took Phoenix out. But the Phoenix Feather event is important for regular campaigns, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, we added Manhunter. That's just when he triggers, is in year 5, the Hanged Man. And we'll have to fight him pretty quick. So it'll be Butcher followed by Manhunter in a special showdown. So next week will be a heftier fight. Well, it'll be a longer episode. I'm not sure I can break that up into 2 separate episodes and not have us miss something. So we'll have to talk about that in Discord, whether we want to just play it safe and split it in half, or whether we want to try and do the whole thing in one. We'll have to talk about it. We'll have to figure it out. So, yeah, it was good. We didn't get to get any closer to our lion set completion, but what are you going to do? Yeah, but you pretty much fight the Butcher and the Hanged Man in the same year, basically, Bill. Because when you return home, it's a special showdown, which means you have to do it before you take care of your settlement event. But, anywho. Well, I guess not technically before, huh? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It goes right here in death count. So, okay, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of the stream. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to spend it with me. I love it, and I love being here. Love chatting with all you guys. Mike, Titan, Bill. Not sure if Rock's in here or not, but you guys are the best, and I appreciate the crap out of you. So, we will take it to the butcher next week, my friends. Have a good week.